Hey guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully I get this in the right shot. This is my video response to Homicide in Town. If you haven't checked this channel out, go check it out and go subscribe too. He's got some good info that I've never thought about. For example, siphoning pump. That's something that I wouldn't personally carry in my buckle bag, but that's something that I would definitely carry in my car. So that's a great idea. He's got some great videos, so go check him out. And this is my VR to his channel. As far as some suggestions that hopefully maybe it'll help you out, Homicide in Town. And then maybe you give me some feedback on my channel and see if some improvements I can do. First things first. I'm gonna try to keep this as short as possible. Each person's buckle bag is different. Some people prep more towards the medical side. Other people prep more towards the I'm gonna carry more guns and ammo side. Others are more towards bushcraft, where all they have is a tarp and a wool blanket. Others are more towards more comfortable buckle bag. You got a nice sleeping bag, a nice inflatable mat, a nice tent, etc., etc. So each one's different, because nobody knows what SHTF actually means. It can be FEMA camp, it can be natural disasters such as the what's it called, the Yellowstone volcano, or the Yellowstone whatever it is. It can be earthquakes, and then gas lines, and water sewage starts coming out of the ground, and then all that stuff. So it can be many things. So with that said, my view on my buckle bag is one item has to have more than one purpose. So if you're gonna carry a flashlight, you gotta carry batteries for it. Once the batteries die, what do? Well, I'll just recharge them. Well, how do you know there's power? How do you get to power? Do you just go to some random person's house and be like, hey, can I plug in my battery charger to your wall outlet while I charge my batteries, right? So different scenarios. So some of the things that I noticed on your channel was the water tablets. Water tablets have one purpose. After you use them, they're gone. This right here is a Sawyer water filter, and then there's cheaper ones. Like this is the mini one. That's cost like $40, I think. And it'll actually filter up to 500,000 gallons of water, I think. And then you got the Sawyer .1, which will actually filter up to 1 million. And yes, that is right there, 1 millione gallone guaranteed. So that will filter up to 1 million gallons of water. Again, simple, lightweight, doesn't take much space. You don't need the bucket one where you hook it to a bucket and all that stuff. You can simply just have the filter, the syringe, and the little water pouch. I posted a video a while back talking about the difference between a 72-hour buckle bag and a long-term buckle bag. 72-hour buckle bag to me is you're gonna carry water for 72 hours, food for 72 hours, and a spare set of clothing for 72 hours. Versus long-term buckle bag, that's more, this water filter can filter enough water for you and your family for pretty much years and years to come, as long as you maintenance the filter correctly. So this will last you more than 72 hours. If you carry dehydrated water or dehydrated food, for meals, kind of like MREs, they will only last you a one-time use until you finish it. But if you carry some traps, again, that's more towards more than 72 hours. Okay, so hopefully that's kind of making sense. So again, multiple purposes. It'll water this one, pretty much one purpose, water or filter water, but it'll filter up to 1 million gallons. There is actually a solar water filter that will actually filter. Can't remember what it's called. There's so many models that you have to do your own research, because I'm still doing mine. I still haven't decided which one I'm gonna get. There's like this one says viral, so one I think there's one that does viral and biological. So again, viral would be, you come to a river and there's a dead cow upstream, and it's rotting, and all that blood and the guts and all that bacteria is just flowing down the river. And again, you never know what's upstream, right? Because it can go for miles and miles and miles. You're not gonna walk upstream. It can be something small too, like a turtle that's dead, or a possum that died, and it's just floating and it got stuck underneath the water. So some of this water filters are really great, and again, up to 1 million gallons of water. The other one is I actually do have this. This is the SOL emergency escape bivy. Purposes: it's got a reflector, it's breathable, it's a sleeping bag. So that's 3 things right there. I personally wouldn't just carry this. I would actually carry like a sleeping bag on top of this, because this is so, you can see it's so compact, and it's actually very lightweight, only weighs a few ounces. So this thing's actually pretty handy, because again, with a sleeping bag, if it's not breathable, you're gonna wake up sweating, and if it's cold outside and you gotta go take a piss, now you're sweating, and then you gotta walk outside in the cold weather, and you can get a hypothermia and stuff like that. This actually I do have. Actually, I ended up buying 3. Right now I have 2, but I had 3. I bought this one, fell in love with it, bought another one, put it in the dash of my car as an emergency backup light, in case I needed to look for something inside the car, or it broke down and things like that. My dad took it, so I ended up buying another one. So now I have 2. There's another one. This is like the second model, I think. There's another one that was called Solar Light. This is the one that I purchased at Walmart. The first 2 I purchased at Walmart. They don't cost $17. They actually cost, they don't cost that. They actually cost like $12. Right now, the one at Walmart that I've seen, it's the same flashlight. It just has a different logo, different packaging. It's actually like a olive green and dark brown or light brown. So there's the same flashlight, but this is solar, waterproof, shockproof, so you can drop it. So that's 3 things right there. And again, with the flashlight, if you just carry a normal flashlight, you got to carry batteries. What happens when the batteries die? This right here I do have. Mine's actually the orange one. As you can see, this is actually the Light My Fire. What's it called? Light My Fire? Light My Fire knife, I think it's called. Yeah, Light My Fire knife, blade, whatever. I do have this. This is mainly for skinning, gutting, and my whole thing for this is you got your knife for skinning and gutting, and then you got your fire steel to start a fire. So again, all these other knives, they have one purpose, cutting, or making shelters, feathering. Well, this one has fire steel, so now I can start a fire. Really great knife, highly recommend it. Saw your video on the canteen. There's a better one. Yours is plastic. Actually, I had 2 of these. I lost one when I was camping. what I've learned with these type of canteens is that if you want to fill this up, you got to boil water, in the cup twice. You don't have to if you have a water filter, which cuts your time in half, or more than that actually. All you do is just put the hose in there and then just start filling your water. But again, if you don't have one of these, or if you lost it, or if it broke, you're back to boiling water. If you have something like this, you gotta boil this cup twice to fill up your canteen. So my whole purpose on water is I want to be able to carry up to a gallon of water. If you live in the dry states, Arizona, New Mexico, lower part of Texas, where there's not a lot of water, yes, a gallon of water sounds reasonable. Me, 3 liters with me will be okay. But in case I have to give water to my dog, then a gallon of water doesn't seem that much, or it seems a lot to some people. But to me, it sounds enough, reasonable enough, to where I can carry enough water for me and my dog. And you don't have to stop as often or look for water as often if you're carrying a gallon of water versus just one canteen full of water. Because a canteen full of water in the hot summer weather, because I've done this, it's only going to last you maybe an hour, because you're going to chuck that water down like it's apple juice. That thing is not going to last you. You're going to chuck and chuck, because you're just sweating and sweating and sweating, and you're losing so much water. So one canteen, no go. To me, it has to be a gallon of water. So what I ended up doing, I actually have a Camelback. It's a military version, the military issued water bladder, or Camelback water bladder. They do sell them to the public, so you can go buy it at Camelback. See if I can find it. Oh crap. Sorry, got a lot of stuff here. Military. Because there's a Camelback website, and there's another Camelback for civilians. This is the one that I've gone to. And we're gonna go 2 packs. So the one that I have is this one, the Thermoback. It's a 3 liter, and it's just like this. Hopefully you can see that. It's a 3 liter, and it holds 3 liters. And then I got this right here, which is my Pathfinder canteen cooking set, and this one holds 39 ounces, if I'm not mistaken. 39 ounces just on the canteen itself. And then so with this, you actually got 2 purposes. You can boil water with a cup, and you can boil water on the canteen. So again, multiple purposes. And then this, it's only got 1 purpose, but it's 3 liters of water versus 1 canteen, right? The plastic canteen that you have. So I really like this. Even if I don't fill this up with water, at least I can fill this up with water, and that's 3 liters of water I can carry on me. And it doesn't cost $91. Can you see that? Yeah, it doesn't cost $91. I think I got it for $30 on eBay. And mine is actually this one. What's it called? Coyote collar. Same exact one. I really like this because when I go shoot my bow in the summertime, I carry this with me, and this is what kept me hydrated. But I mean, I chuck that water like you would not believe. So 3 liters or 100 ounces. Let's see. One of the things that I saw, and that's pretty much it that I have to show, but one of the things that I saw on your video was you were talking about some of the canned food. Canned food is actually delicious, and it is actually a good idea for a bug-out bag. But if you're conserving weight, I would suggest going with the Mountain House meals or something similar to that, where you don't have to carry so much weight, because once you finish a Mountain House meal, you just throw away the bag or recycle it or burn it or whatever. The little pouch. With a canteen or with a canned food, you pretty much have to throw away the can. So there's nothing you can do. It's too much weight for me. That's why that's actually one of the first things I was carrying when I first started my bug-out bag, was canned food, because it lasts longer. But after carrying a few cans with me, it just became too heavy. Let's see, water tablets again. They only got one purpose versus something like this, which can filter up to 1 million gallons of water. The mess kit, I've been thinking of getting one, but to me it's just more of a, do I really need it or do I want it? Just because with the mess kit, it's good for boiling water, but as far as cooking, SHTF to everyone is different. So I don't know. I'm still in the idea of trying to get one, but I'm not sure. If you can please tell me the revolver that you have, because my dad's birthday is coming up. Crap, it failed. And somebody broke into his house, or was trying to break into his house, but they couldn't get in there. Hold on, I dropped my little paper. So I've been actually thinking of getting a revolver for him, because right now he's got my Glock 22, but with the whole handguns, I don't want him to worry too much about cleaning and taking it apart and all that stuff and carrying the magazines, and so a revolver seems a lot more simpler. If I don't go that route, I'll go with a shotgun. Pepper spray, I carry pepper spray with me because here where I live, there's a park about 2 blocks away, and there's some dogs that usually get away or escape from backyards, and I came across this issue with the pit bull, and luckily nothing happened, but crap, that was loud. Hopefully nothing happens, but or nothing happened. So, but pepper spray, just in case you do, because in SHTF you're gonna have rodents and wild animals. So if you don't want to give away your location, or if you don't want to draw too much attention, pepper spray would be the way to go. The one thing that I saw on your video was the tasers that you have. To me, a taser is like, again, once the battery dies, what do? Okay, so do you recharge it? If so, how do you recharge it? If you go back to, I think it was 2 years ago, Hurricane Sandy, pretty sure that was the one, where it hit Chicago, and it was kind of like cold, so it was kind of like it took out the power lines because it was freezing, and it was a hurricane in winter, so people were going to the trash cans and trying to find food. People didn't have power, so they, the little people that did have power ended up, extending out extension cords out to the street to provide, whatever power they had to people for free, so they can charge their cell phones and whatnot. So yeah, if you are gonna carry tasers, one thing that I would suggest, and this is something that I am planning on getting, is a Gold Zero Sherpa 100 power pack, as well as the solar panels to my bug-out bag, which is good for charging your cell phone, For me, it's searching my tablet because I have maps with me, which is an app, and I can look at the maps of all the U.S. As well as hospitals, pharmacies, things like that, while being offline, or I don't have to be connected to the Wi-Fi or cell phone tower or anything like that. It's just a free app, or I pay for it, but it's an app where you can have access to stores and services and all this stuff, roads, back roads, all that, while being offline. So versus having an atlas where it's just the roads, and it doesn't give much info as far as restaurants and things like that. Hopefully I didn't move the camera. And then that's what I'm gonna get. That's on my to-do list: a solar panel and a solar power pack, the Sherpa 100. And then with that, you can also again come across, if you do come across somebody, you can trade services. So you can trade charging their laptop or their cell phone for food, or whatever valuables you think that they have that can be beneficial to you. Let's see, and then I think that's it. So thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Hopefully I didn't bore you. Hopefully this was helpful, and I got a video coming up soon, hopefully this weekend, as to my buckle bag, because like I said, I've been prepping for about 4 years now, and it's still a work in progress. And the reason for that, it's financial, but mostly it's trying to find the right items for my buckle bag, because you don't want to have a buckle bag that weighs 80 pounds or 100 pounds, because it's going to slow you down, it's going to wear you out a lot faster. But again, you don't want to have a 25-pound bag where, yes, you're going to be able to move faster, travel longer, don't get exhausted as often, but you're not going to be as comfortable as if you had more items. So if you have a inflatable sleeping pad versus having to make your own raised bed, or having a tent versus having to make your own shelter, or having an extra pair of socks versus not having an extra pair of socks and then your feet being all wet. So it's each person is different. Some people like to go light, some people like to go really heavy. They carry a cot, a tent, a cod, extra shoes. They carry their handgun, and then they carry another rifle for small game like a 22, and then they carry their AK, and then they got a tactical vest, and then all this other stuff. So now they're adding more and more and more weight, and my ideal goal is to be around 55 pounds. That's my ideal goal weight. 60 would be the max for me, just because again I want to be able to carry extra clothing, preferably an extra pair of boots, waterproof boots, and again my tablet, the solar power stuff, solar power panel, and then the power pack, and then traps, and then some extra ammunition, mostly 22 though. And then as far as weapons, for me it would be my Glock 22 with the 9mm conversion barrel and a 12 gauge 22 over and under. Again, you got your 12 gauge slugs for protection, and then you got your 22 for small game, or you got your 12 gauge birdshot for medium-sized game like geese and shooting rabbit at a distance and whatnot. So that's it. Oh, and then last thing is I don't know if you play DayZ. That's day, and then Z as in zombie. But if you do, let me know. Maybe we can get together and play some DayZ. I haven't played in a really long time with my buddy. But you know, the few times that we did play together, even though it's only a game, it actually kind of helps a little bit, you know, as far as you know, prepping and SHTF, you know, because you do come across some people and then you decide either A, do you give them some food or water, or B, do you kill them and then take whatever little stuff they have, or you know, you come across some couple instances where there's a group of people heavy loaded, and they're coming towards you, so now you have to decide, A, do we hide, or B, do we confront them, because again, if you die, you lose everything you have. So let me know what you think. Hopefully this helped, and let me know if you play DayZ or Left 4 Dead 2, because I do have that too, but I am on Steam. So hopefully you enjoy this video.